Now that you've completed some of the scoping problems, it's time to tackle the final project. This final project is a little bit special because now I think you've got enough experience and enough skills under your belt to actually create this project entirely from scratch by yourself. So you're flying solo now. Now, the first thing I want you to do is head over to guessthenumberfinal.apiary.repl.run, and I want you to play this game quite a few times actually, just so that you get a good idea of how it works. Now, the first thing it tells us is welcome, and then it tells us it's thinking of a number between 1 and 100, and then we get to choose a difficulty. So I'm going to choose hard. Now it tells me that I have 5 attempts to guess the number, and I'm going to make a guess. Now it tells me that 50 is too high. It's not the number that it was thinking, and I have to guess again. And notice how I started out with 5 attempts. I'm now down to 4 attempts. So let's try 25. So 25 is too low, but 50 is too high. So that means the number is somewhere in between there. Let's try 30. Again, too low. Let's try 40. Too high. Maybe it's 45. But I only have 1 attempt left because I went for the hard level. And as expected, I didn't manage to get the right number, and I've now run out of guesses. So I've lost. If we run again, we can try playing this on an easy level. On an easy level, we get 10 attempts instead of 5. That gives us a little bit of extra opportunity. So let's try 50. 50 is too high. 25 is too high. 10? 10 is too low. So it's between 10 and 25. So let's try 15. Now, if 15 is too high but 10 is too low, then we're pretty close to the answer. It's now between 12 and 15. Let's try 13, 14. There we go. The actual answer that it had in mind was 14. And I had 4 attempts remaining to get the final answer, and I managed to get it at the end. Play through this game at least 3-4 times on the different levels. And remember that the easy level has 5 goes. The hard level, the user gets 10 goes at guessing the number. And look at how the code works and how it's functioning. And then I want you to break down this problem. Write a to-do list. Create your own list of tasks that you need to solve. And start with the simplest one. And once you've tackled that, start putting in some comments into your code. Write down the functionality your program needs. And then write the code. And then test out your code. And keep going until you've tested it and made sure that it works in all situations. So this final project has no starting code. I'm not going to give you any comments or to-dos to start off with. I want you to try and tackle this entire project by yourself. And the only thing I'm going to give you is this link so that you can try out the final project. And I know that there's a lot of ways that you can cheat, but don't do it. Have faith in yourself. If you tackle this for an hour, I'm pretty sure you're going to get there in the end. You have free reign on the styling or the wording, whatever it is you want it to say, but it has to have the same functionality. Now, this also means that if you want to get some ASCII art of your own, then you can head over to this website, which I'll link to in the course resources, and just type the name of your game. So maybe it'll be guess the number. And you can change the font that you want for it. Maybe something a little bit isometric, or maybe ogre, or maybe train, whatever it is you want. And then once you're happy with the font, you can select and copy everything that's on there. And then inside your project, you can create a new file called art.py and then create a new variable and set it equal to the design that you've got in mind. Now, in order for it to look right, you actually have to create this as a doc string. So 3 quotation marks to begin with, and then 3 quotation marks to end. And then just make sure you have enough horizontal space to display the whole thing in one go instead of it being truncated when you have a little bit of space, and you should be able to see the actual design. Pause the video now and create this number guessing game by yourself as the final project.